Guild Wars Reforged dropped today, and I just wrapped up a 2.5 hour stream playing this game for the first time in 20 years. I do own all of the Guild Wars DLCs and base game from 20 years ago when it first came out. I played the hell out of this game when it was out. This was pre EverQuest 2, I think. No, post EverQuest 2 and World of Warcraft. Because this was 2005, I think EverQuest 2 World of Warcraft for 2004. So that was, peak second generation MMOs back in the early 2000s, in my early 20s, mid 20s. I would have been 25 when this game came out and had a lot of fun with it back in the day. I love the Eye of the North. They're all fun. But I haven't played this game in years. I probably wouldn't have played this game ever again, other than the fact that the Reforged edition just launched, and most importantly for me, it came with controller support. So that's really what I was here checking out today, was all of the stuff that's sort of, it's not a remaster, it's not a reboot, it's just a sort of updated version of the game, which includes controller support, Steam Deck support, and some quality of life features from over the years. So let's dive into my early thoughts of this. If you haven't ever tuned in before, I stream every single day at 4 a.m. Central on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. This is the day job. I play a ton of games. So hopefully we'll see you in the next stream. We do a morning stream for about 4 hours, then we come back in the afternoon. We do another 3 to 4 hours. And in between, everything happens here on YouTube, including movie reviews, TV shows, and all that good stuff. So follow along for more. This is a good game. If you have never played this game and you are someone who is looking for something that has a boatload of content in it, and you could deal with the graphics looking a little bit older. It is a 20-year-old game, and the graphics are, it's a 20-year-old game, and it looks like a 20-year-old game. There are a ton of great quests in this game, and a lot of amazing stories and cutscenes. It is a lot of fun. And the update has, most importantly for me, given me controller support, which is amazing. And for the most part, I would say that the controller addition to this game has been very, very well done. There are some kinks that are part of this just being a 20-year-old game, and it's never going to be a seamless update. But this is essentially a team of ex-ArenaNet developers who worked on the game originally, who came back and have formed a company that has been working on this Reforged edition of the original base game. So if you own any of the DLCs, even if it's just one of them, you can get this update for free, and it will include all of the DLCs included. Or if you're like me and you already owned all of the DLCs and the base game, you just need to patch the game, and you can come play it with a controller and have access to all the new quality of life features and everything else. If you haven't ever played it before, I think it's like $20 and you get everything. And there's the base game and 3 DLCs. Prophecies, Nightfall, Factions. Sorry, 4. And Eye of the North. So there's a total of 5 things. It's a couple few hundred hours of content if you're going to play all the things. There's a variety of classes. I'm playing on the Ranger. In this case, I am a Beastmaster. I have a pet who will become available once I log out of the city. This is a game I would classify as a single-player RPG with an online component that is optional. So you'll notice over the right-hand side it says Party Formation, and I can have one other person with me right now. As you level up throughout the game, you will be able to have more slots available. So I think eventually you get to the point where you can have a total of 8 people in your party, if I'm not mistaken. But it scales as you go through the game. We're still in what's known as the pre-searing or the tutorial part of the game, which is it can last several hours depending on how deep you want to go into the tutorial side of things. And you can play around, and it teaches you all the basics of how to play the game, movement, and everything else. We can go out here really quick. You can see I already have access to my pet. So I have my pet companion. He's showing up as a party member right now. And then we can go around here and explore this area. The controller, for me, the most important thing is being able to run around and play the game. It works pretty good. There are some kinks. For example, it is based on having a cursor. So if you want to interact with like the menu, once you bring up the menu, um, it will default you to having the cursor at the bottom left, but from there you're going to be moving a cursor throughout this. So like you want to go into your inventory, it's going to be a cursor moving over all of the different things. And there is a snapping feature, you'll notice. It kind of snaps to things once you move it down, which is nice. And then you can close that down if you want to. The combat is based on, you have your two combinations of four. If you've ever played like Final Fantasy XIV and many of the other MMOs, it's done similar where you hold the left trigger and you get access to A, B, X, and Y. Or if you hold down the right trigger, it's also A, B, X, and Y. So you just have two different combinations of abilities, two different sets of four. This is a limited hotbar game. If you've never played this before, that's all you get. So you're never going to be overwhelmed with skills. You are going to get a whole bunch of skills to choose from as you level up throughout the game. But you could mix and match as you want. The only like wonkiness I have found, and this is just me being new and not having played in 20 years and not remembering how to do a lot of these things. I know there's a way, or I remember there being a way to like tell your pet to go attack something. They haven't showed me how to do that yet, and I don't remember if that's something you have to wait to like get later on, like level 5 or something. But right now it's very basic. You can just do an attack like this. The pet's going to go off and attack. And the trickiness here, and this is something I haven't figured out how to do yet, is like if I have multiple mobs, I don't know how to change targets on the controller yet. You have to basically get in and kill, and I haven't figured out how to do the multiple target thing yet. So there is a little bit of wonkiness to some of this, and some of that may just be, ooh, I found my first die. Some of that may just be me not being familiar with the controls because I've played it in 20 years and not remembering exactly what to do and how to set things up. But there is a very complex, I don't know if we can see it in the menu. If you go here, I'm going to switch over to the keyboard here. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. Yeah, here in the controls, like there's all these different commands that you can assign if you want to go beyond just the basic stuff on the controller, and that's when you get into the complexities of things. Part of what has changed with this is the graphics. Being able to have modern resolutions, up to 4K resolution for this game, which is pretty freaking awesome. I'm playing in 2K with a 240 hertz refresh rate. For some odd reason, the anti-aliasing keeps dropping back to 8, or back to 2, even though I've set it to 8, so I don't know what's up with that. You know, running around, the game, obviously, it's a 20-year-old game. It's not like it's going to stress a modern machine. But there are a ton of options, and I think most importantly is being able to go in here and look at the interface. Because not only do we have modern resolutions, we also have a fully customizable interface. So you have all of these windows that you can pick from, and you can also take these individual elements and drag and drop them. And if you don't like something, just click undo changes and it goes back, right? I have to get back on this window and go from there. So then you can move these windows around wherever you want. Like, it's entirely up to you. So I took the base UI, increased it one size to get larger text for my old man eyes, and then I went in here and like dropped the mini-map size down because I didn't need the mini-map to be quite so big. And I moved my experience bar down here in the bottom left. You can move all of these windows everywhere you want. I think the only one I haven't seen I can't adjust so far is the party member window. I haven't seen a way to deal with that one yet, like just change the size on it or anything. But everything else you can see here, there's all of these windows that you could adjust. You can also turn these on or off at will. So you can turn the notifications on or off. You can turn like the mini map on or off. There's all these different things that you could do with the user interface. And so that's kind of what we're looking at with this Reforged edition. It's not like a remake or a reboot or a remaster. It's just added controller support, a bundled package, Steam Deck certified, and or verified. I don't know what the terminology is for that because I don't play on handhelds. And of course, some quality of life stuff like modern resolutions and like all the UI stuff. So, it's been, for me, it's more of a nostalgia thing than anything else because I've obviously played this many, many, many years ago. I will say it is genuinely pleasurable to play this on the, it's been pleasant to play this on the controller, but it is in many ways a dated game. Like, there's a ton of walls of text. It looks older. It's definitely got some jank here and there. But I think especially the people who are playing on handhelds, this is going to fit in great into that handheld market because you're going to be able to get into a game for $20 that has hundreds of hours of entertainment, and it looks a lot like a lot of other indie games that people are already accustomed to playing that are in early access and are like little indie games that don't have AAA graphics. And I think that this fits great into that category of games that people can play. So, if you haven't played it in a long time and you own at least one of the DLCs, you get all of the DLCs included for free with this update. And if you've never played it before, it's $20 for something that has hundreds of hours of entertainment, and there are worse games out there to play. I'm going to be streaming this a little bit over the next few days. I don't plan on doing a full playthrough, but you never know. If the audience is there and we're having fun, it could go into a full playthrough. But as it stands for now, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow for the next one because we will be back streaming this again tomorrow afternoon. See you then, everybody. Have a great day.